ready with me and let's talk about things I wish I knew before my 20s. I'm 24 and I just wish my parents or somebody would have given me like a heads up, like, hey, be prepared. The very first thing is nobody cares. When you hit adulthood, 2021, you really start to realize nobody cares. Nobody cares what you're doing. Nobody cares what you're wearing. Nobody cares in general. And I think it's because responsibilities start to become more, so then you care less about what you used to really care about when you were a teenager. I used to overthink everything. I was decided to do this with my life. If I decided not to go to college, like, guys, nobody cares. I still have family members who ask, so when you're getting married? And I'm like, grandma, I don't even have a boyfriend. What are you talking about? Next thing I would say is definitely take your time in life. Like, by the time you're 20, you don't have to have everything figured out. And that was my problem, was I don't know what I want to go to college for, finish high school, who do I want to work for, what do I want to do with my career path, what do I want to do with my life. And you guys, it's okay to not have that figured out. I'm 24, I know what I want to go to college for, but after college, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to take my degree and what I want to do with my degree, and that's okay. You're like 20. You still have a while to figure that out, so don't stress yourself out. Something I wish I could do is go back in time and tell my 19, 20-year-old self to drop the fake friends, because they're bringing no good to your life. They're dragging you down. They're trying to get you to do bad stuff. Guys, if you have a particular friend that comes to mind when I said fake friend, drop them. Trust me, the quicker you drop them and get them out of your life, the more relief you'll feel. You'll feel happy and not stressed. And I have a really big fear of being alone. Like, I was like, no, I'm not, no. Like, my only friend, no, I'm not dropping them. When we stopped being friends, I never felt more better about myself, my well-being, my future. Yes, it's probably gonna hurt, especially if they are your only friend. You'll make more. Kind of start to notice little signs, red flags, I guess you would say, in a fake friend. Like, you'll pick up on it so much faster. There's been a couple of times where somebody will do something and I'm like, oh no, because I know how this is going to end and it's not going to end good. I feel like for me this is a little backwards because my teenage years, I didn't really experience that much of life when I was a teenager. It was more when I was 19 and 20 years old. I would say the next thing is don't do something you don't want to do. And this goes down under peer pressure, because people they'll be like, no, it's fine, like, do it. No, don't do it. Just walk away. Don't do it. Because you're gonna do it and your friends are gonna be happy and you're gonna be like, why did I just do that? That's not me. I wouldn't do that. And that could be about anything in general. I'm not specifically saying anything. I was about 21 when I stopped giving into peer pressure to please other people. I am not living my life to please you. I'm living my life to please me. Look at it that way. Another thing I really wish I did was speak up more. I feel like I've always been an open person. I'm always willing to talk about anything and everything. But when something happens and you don't even want to tell your parents or, whoever, tell somebody. Like, tell one person. If something happens, just tell one person. Because I remember, I'm not gonna say exactly what happened to me, but something happened and I kept it a secret for like a year. And I didn't tell anybody. And then when I finally did, it was a year later and they're like, well, we can't really do anything about that because that was a year ago. So when it happens, just tell somebody. I really regret not telling my mom or my dad or a friend or whoever. I buried it. I didn't even write it in my journal because I didn't want anyone reading it. I was like, no, I'm not writing that down. So I kept it up here. And for a year straight, it drove me insane because nobody knew. Like, I played it off. Nobody knew what was wrong. Nobody knew what happened. And I really regret that. And I wish I would have said something. Definitely don't be afraid to speak up. I feel like more when you start becoming an adult, people listen to you. Like, if you have something you want to say, people like stop talking. They're like they'll go ahead and say it. I feel like when you're a teenager, nobody really gives you the time of day versus when you become an adult. I don't know if that's just me and my experiences, but like, nobody really cared what I had to say growing up. But then when I became an adult, they would just sit and listen. It was like a therapy session. I'm like, oh, now you want to talk? This goes back to the whole friendship thing. You will outgrow people, and that's okay. Like, you will lose friends, whether they were fake friends or they were your best friend. You will lose so many people, especially in your 20s, I feel like. Even now, I've only had one solid, real friend that I met in 2021, I think. I'm scared of the day I'm gonna lose her, but if she leaves my life, she leaves my life for a reason. So don't be afraid to lose people. It's okay to be alone. Something that's definitely helped me become okay with that is journaling. I am a huge journaler. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. If I don't write it down, then I'm still gonna think about it and drown my head in those thoughts. Another thing I really wish I knew was learning how to manage my life more, because when you're young, your parents basically manage your life. I feel like that's the normal, is your parents manage everything. Your doctor's appointments, your hair appointments. I miss when my mom used to call and make my doctor's appointments, because I don't like doing that. It makes me nervous. When you become 20, I feel like that's when your life really starts. And it's fucking terrifying. Going in, not knowing anything. I would literally text my mom and be like, how do I set it up? Like, what am I supposed to say? Who am I supposed to ask for? What about insurance? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you just call? And she was like, no, you need to call. And I was like, oh, okay, great. Don't overthink your life. Just live your life. I feel like your 20s is the time to live your life, figure out what you want to do. Don't like hunker down and drive yourself crazy. Just live your life, have fun, make memories. If you're seeing this, comment down below your zodiac sign. I'm a Pisces. Zodiacs are so interesting to like learn about. I don't know, but made me think of it. I hope these tips help. This is what I would have told my younger self when I turned 20 years old, and the whole world was like in my hands, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? This is what I wish I could go back in time and tell my 20-year-old self.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.